Good afternoon. Immediately upon the conclusion of Shabbos, we fulfill the mitzvah of Havdallah. What exactly that Havdallah looks like will be discussed at a later point. But the concept of making Havdallah, of making some clear separation, something we say, having some formal process of separating between the Kedusha of Shabbos and the Chol of a regular weekday, is a formal obligation that we have. What level of obligation is that? Is that midoraisa? Is that midorabanan? So the Rambam, who bases the mitzvos asay, the positive mitzvah of kavod Shabbos, based off of the pasuk of Zachor es Yom Shabbos, of mentioning and remembering the day of Shabbos, includes the mitzvah of Havdalah in the same manner that Kiddush, he says, is a fulfillment midoraisa of Zachor es Yom Shabbos the Kaddish. So too is Havdalah considered to be a mitzvah midoraisa of Zachor es Yom Shabbos the Kaddish. Other Rishonim, the Ritva and the Sefer Chinuch, agree with the Rambam that it is in principle a mitzvah midoraisa. However, some Rishonim, the Tosos and the Rush, among them, argue that no, Havdalah is only midirabanan. When do we say Havdalah? In what circumstances? So every week after Shabbos, we have this mitzvah of, like we said, of differentiating between Shabbos and Chol, of fulfilling this mitzvah of Havdalah. But it does not only apply to Shabbos; it implies anytime we have the same mitzvahs of Shabbos, such as Yom Tif, as well. After typical Shabbos, typical Yom Tif, we certainly have a formal obligation of reciting Havdalah. When when Shabbos falls out on Motzei Yom Tif, when Yom Tif goes into Shabbos, in that case, we would not recite Havdalah after Yom Tif. We do recite it after any Shabbos, after any Yom Tif, and even after Shabbos when it goes into a Yom Tif. But when a Yom Tif goes into a Shabbos, then we wait until after Shabbos to recite it. In terms of what is said, so there is a typical text that we say on Motzei Shabbos on any Saturday night, but in any of the above circumstances, it may vary in some regard, whether certain things are not included, right? Such as if we don't include the Basamim, and we will talk about these more in depth as we go. But again, there's a general mitzvah of Havdalah which applies after any typical Shabbos, any typical Yom Tif, or after any Shabbos that leads into Yom Tif. Whether that is midoraisa, whether that is midorabanan, is a matter of a machlokas in the Rishonim, and we will talk about all of these circumstances more in depth as we continue our discussion of Havdalah. Have a great day.